I'm Sam Heasley, and this is my level, Concrete Vestiges. Concrete Vestiges is a 5v5 control point map set in the rubble of a destroyed city. Two teams fight through this city in order to control the resources and supplies found in a grocery store, a gun store, and a container store. This map consists of two outer rows of buildings with second floors, two streets that provide long lines of sights, and one inner row of buildings that houses the control points as well as many weapon and health spawns. Players spawn in roofless buildings on opposite corners of the map and are able to head to their nearby control point or proceed through the outer rows of buildings to flank the enemy. The majority of combat in this map focuses around the control points, as one would expect, but they have a very unique resource balance between them, as I will explain later. The atmosphere that this map intends to hold is that of a scrappy fight between two teams with varied resources, fighting for whatever control they can get, and pushing each other back and forth with the resources that they manage to capture. Two outer rows of buildings contain second floors with excellent vantage points, few weapon spawners, and a few health spawners. These outer buildings are mainly used when looking for kills from an advantageous position, a flank route to get somewhere with more cover, or when retreating from combat as a place to hide and heal up. A unique feature of these outer buildings is the marksman rifle type weapon contained here. It is incredibly accurate at long range, but due to its poor fire rate and low magazine size, performs very poorly in close quarters, as you can see here. Because the outer buildings don't contain control points or direct access to them, they are used less often, and it is more necessary to move to the control points themselves for objective progress. Next, we have points A and C on either side of point B. These areas contain some claustrophobic indoor spaces and a less restrictive external area where the point itself is situated. Uniquely, these points contain no weapon pickups and only consist of two health pickups. The accessible health makes them much easier to defend normally, as defenders have access to those resources. But the lack of weapon pickups becomes a significant hazard when facing more equipped enemies. Finally, we have point B, situated dead center of the map. Point B is larger than the other 2 points and more open to various angles of fire. Point B holds 4 weapon spawns, making it the most concentrated source of firepower on the map, but it has no health spawns at all. This means defenders have a significant advantage, but they can easily be broken down over time, leading to the point being captured by the enemy and losing the weapon advantage that they had. Much of the gameplay revolves around the player's relationship to point B. Gaining the improved firepower is a massive boon, but oftentimes they can be pushed back to other points for health or forced to use external buildings to flank and attack point B. If their team controls point B, they have easier access to the weapons and ability to push the other points, but less access to health, and they're much more likely to die and lose the weapon advantage that they have.